welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's gonna be a good one. All that and more coming up next.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between our AFC champions and the representatives from the NFC. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their off. With millions watching worldwide, the ball is away and the Super Bowl has begun. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
2nd and 3 now. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. This time it's a passing play. Finds a man right side. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They get 13 on the pickup. And they'll have 1st down. Plowing up the middle. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And they'll get it down for a solid gain to about the 37. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7. They'll try and throw it here. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives them the 1st.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They'll throw on 1st. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And this one does not go far. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Hits him on the out route. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
The vet in his 14th season, still knocking them through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by their third-year signal caller.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
On first down, they'll run. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Another carry for him. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Back to the well again. He breaks the tackle. No one around. He's got space. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. All set up now for 1st and 10. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They're throwing it. Has him on a quick hitter. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Throwing now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Hits his running back. And he gets this forward to the 19.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. They'll throw it again. This one soars over everybody in the end zone. Just had to get rid of it. Incomplete. So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Only a yard on the gain there, and now it's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 4. Back to throw now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. This from 28 yards away. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So here comes this offense for its second series of the game. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hauled in left side. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. He's going to throw this one. That one complete to Hopkins. And this one doesn't go far. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Setting up a throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
4th down, they'll throw for it. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Forget that it was 4th down, Brock. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the first.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. And now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Looking for a throw here. The back's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can and certainly was effective.
That one right down the middle. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Fields this clean at the 30. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The home team's back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Hits him on the in route. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Lone back gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Looking to the air here. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Throwing from the gun here. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll go down here at the 16.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They're now set for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Pass play coming here. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys grow their lead just before halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys double their lead to 14. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense making its way back out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Airing it out to start this drive. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the offense is there to recover, but they're still stuck inside their own 10.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down the distance.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Here's a give up the middle. And that's an uneventful carry that stops at the 11. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. Punt team on the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Escapes a defender. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Airing it out to start this drive. It is caught left side. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Pass play now. He's got it over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Before the snap on 3rd and 2, they call time. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 3rd and just 2 to go. Back to throw. Shakes himself free. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
They connect for the first. And he stopped at the 31-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They've got 1st down from the 31. Throwing it again here. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. This a 48-yard look for him. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He's back to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. We're halfway to crowning a champion here in the Super Bowl. As we hear from Jonathan Coachman over in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you two in just a moment.
Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this 3rd quarter. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They go play action on first. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Working inside the red zone. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. It's second and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. And the catch is made for the touchdown. These guys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Return starts at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Now this offense ready to head back out. That touchdown cut the lead by a chunk, Brock, but it's still a 2-score game as they start this drive out. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 36. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 3rd and just 2 to go. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They'll throw it again. That one's complete, right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 41. He'll throw it yet again. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. From the 37. The rush gets home, and they stick him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. From midfield now. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. Their offense ready to take the field now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. That's completed right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Throwing now on first down. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled for a short gain. Second down now, 7 to go. Now he'll throw off the play fake. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 43. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And they take him down right along the 30. They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll give him a first down.
I asked for a little bit more on that one. Asked that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
Play action on first down. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And now they have a 1st and goal. They'll run with Johnson. Is into the end zone. Touchdown! They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And his guys cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete out to the right. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 2nd and 3 now. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Brought in right side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And they're going to have a first down. Motioning him from the slot right. They'll throw on first. That one complete to Hopkins. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The finish line is inside, everyone. Only 1 quarter left before we have a champion. They have the lead and possession, trying to close out a title. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing it again here. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it sets up first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Still sticking with the passing game. He's on the move. Steps up and he's running with it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 16. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And that play is brought to a halt. They're going to say at the 5-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Short side option here. He's running left. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys make it a 10-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense ready to get going again now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. To throw here on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 31. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Here's a throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And now it's 2nd down. They are throwing it again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Now looking to throw. Looking right, and he finds him.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Desperation time here on fourth. He finds him beyond the marker. And they make the tackle at the 38. They hit for 16 yards on fourth down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
They'll run here on first down. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 36. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So now we get a stoppage. Looks like a timeout called by the defense. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Option design here. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. He'll throw it. Gets the feet in. That's a catch. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. He'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They motion the slot man right. To throw it on first down. Short pass brought in. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Dropping back to throw. That's caught for the first. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They give it to him again. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Another drive coming up for this offense. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. Catch is made down the right sideline. And that is a touchdown! These guys now within 1 score in the 4th. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And his guys get it back to within 6. They'll line up for the onside kick here. Gotta find a way to get it back. Just a little over 1.5 minutes remaining. And they've got it. No problem for the receiving team. The onside attempt failed. Well, that's going to do it, Brock. They recover the kick and now can just run out that clock unimpeded.
Yeah, no timeouts on the opposing sideline. Give some credit to the hands team right there. Got the job done. And now as an offense, the greatest formation in the history of football. You know what that is, Kate?
Line it up, boys.
The victory formation.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
The give here on second. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. Their whole season has led to this moment. He takes a knee. Let the celebration begin.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
And all that work is rewarded. They're your new Super Bowl champions. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell to the podium now to award a well-earned Lombardi trophy to this worthy franchise. The best in the NFL, champions of the Super Bowl. So that is a wrap. Another memorable NFL season in the books for our entire team here at EA Sports. For my partner Brock Hewitt here, our fellow commentators Brandon and Charles, Mike and Greg, I'm Kate Scott saying thanks for watching. We cannot wait to catch you all again next season. Until then, good night, everybody, from the Super Bowl.